kilometers away, there is another white-throated kingfisher nest near a pond, but unfortunately, this nest is also occupied by a crested myna. Not far away are 4 chicks that were cruelly dragged out of the nest by the myna. They use all of their energy to locate a hiding place. The parents have still not left or given up feeding the chicks. But they are nervous and especially careful. Chicks exposed outside of the nest experience many threats to their life. In the end, this chick doesn't have the strength to carry on, and it falls down on the bare, exposed bank of the pond, where the scorching hot sun quickly kills it. In the end, the other 3 chicks suffer the same fate. Compared to those 3 nests, this white-throated kingfisher's nest is more fortunate. The 4 chicks in the nest hole are still very small, but a chick has to be in the optimal position to have a better opportunity to obtain food offered by the parents. At this stage, the parents return with food, but do not enter the nest itself. A chick is often stationed at the entrance, snatches the food, and runs with it. After several days of rain in a row, getting food has become much more difficult for the parents. The food for these chicks is insufficient, and their energy is sagging. The parents cannot simply wait for the weather to change, but still continue to offer food. Even though this chick grabbed the food first, it is no use. It cannot withstand an attack, and there is no way for it to raise its body. Nevertheless, it is still luckier than the other 2 chicks, because at death's door, it is able to eat a last meal. Now, 3 chicks have died one after the other. The chick that is left faces less competition. It alone can indulge in the large feasts that the parents prepare for it. This time, the parent has captured a mouse. It always first kills the prey before offering it to the chick to eat. Faced with such a large prey item, the young bird puts the entire animal in its mouth and slowly swallows it. The chick is now growing very fast. As time passes, it begins to spend more and more time preening its feathers. Its voice has changed from earlier, and it will soon leave the nest hole. This white-throated kingfisher chick has left the nest and is active with its parents near the park. It is now more than 2 months since it fledged. It has similar plumage to its parents, and today it is studying how to get food on its own. In addition, it is also learning how to protect itself. Although most kingfishers are resplendently colored, the pied kingfisher is different in that it is only black and white. So it is commonly called pied fish dog, not pied kingfisher in Chinese. The Taiwanese idiom, "Before a person arrives, you first hear his voice," appropriately describes the pied kingfisher. Whether it is in flight or perched, it always emits a certain sound. You just need to follow the sound, and you can find the bird. The pied kingfisher is often active in pairs. The male has 2 black bands across its chest, while the female has 2 black spots at the sides of its chest. The pied kingfisher only eats fish. It has a special way to hunt. It hovers in the air in a set spot about 4 meters above the water's surface, like a helicopter. When it detects a fish, it immediately dives down. This time, it could not grab the fish, but that's okay, it will try again. This time, it successfully catches the fish, and then looks for a nearby spot to eat. It smashes the fish until it is unconscious, then swallows it head first. The indigestible parts, like bones and scales, form a pellet that is regurgitated. Sometimes, 2 to 4 pied kingfishers are active together. Research results from overseas indicate that, except when mating, the other birds are perhaps the young from the mating adult's previous year's clutch. They will stay with the parents for another breeding season and act as helpers, bringing food. In the Jinmen area, we have also witnessed this phenomenon. This pair of pied kingfishers is preparing to breed. They have completed their nest hole. Kingfishers often excavate a nest hole in dirt on a vertical wall face. The pied kingfisher's nest hole can be 1 to 2.5 meters deep. The lowest part has an oval-shaped chamber, which is the egg-laying and chick-rearing area. This nest chamber can hold at least 5 or 6 fully grown birds. On Jinmen, nest holes of the pied kingfisher are also commonly taken over by crested mynas during the breeding season. This pair is looking for another place to excavate a nest hole. The pied kingfisher takes about 2 months to dig a nest hole. But unfortunately, When digging 2 holes, they encountered tree roots,